Hey comic kids, Cash Cow back with another video, and we coming off what is it, a week ago that we received news that they're gonna do an Avengers Secret Wars story plot. And I'm like, oh man, like we have been talking about this for so long. Like, could it happen? Could it happen? Could it happen? And I think they were just waiting for the fact that now they finally have all of their characters on deck that they can play with. That was the only thing missing with Secret Wars. They couldn't, every person, they didn't have. So it got me to thinking, because we have, I want to say maybe 3 volumes that I know of Secret Wars. So I'm like, okay, we're getting speculation that it's going to be the newer one. But this is all speculation, guys. They could do the Mike Zeck one. They could do the one before that. We don't know. But since speculation is driving up certain comics, they've been kind of pushing the newer ones. Now, luckily, I went and dove in my long box. Like, the long boxes I put stuff in, and I bought a long time ago when it first came out, and I had to remember, like, hey, did I buy that? That looks familiar. And I did. So without further ado, guys, let's start this off. We got Secret Wars number 0. Alright? This is actually, it's like a promotional it's a free comic book day, right? But this is a promotional comic book with the Avengers Attack on Titan reprinted from Brutus Magazine's number 790. Sorry, 790. Alright? This is a reprint. A lot of people be thinking those free comic book day comics aren't valuable, but we're starting to see as of lately they have become very valuable. You got another one that's a free comic book that's like the first appearance of Jackpot, I want to say. That could be a character that could be in the Spider-Verse. So it's a few. You got one free one that has, like, I think Grail, which is Darkseid's daughter, in it. They put out some good stuff, guys. Why not take a chance on it? Because, I mean, think about it now. People are willing to pay for this now when it was a free comic. All you had to do is go to the comic book, your local comic book shop that day, and they would have had stuff on the table or whatever. You would have got a certain amount you could pick, and you could have picked this up for free. Now you got to pay for it. That's just, hey, I mean, take a chance on it. When it's free, why not? Alright? But that's the first one, guys. So that technically kicks off the new series. Because it's the Alex Ross series. It's like 2015. Technically is 1 through 9. Not technically. Untechnically is 1 through 9. But the complete set is 0 through 9. Remember that, guys, alright? So I was busy. Got another copy of it. Alright? It's another one. Hey, double up them copies when you can, alright? Now, I think it's, out of this 9-issue series, there's maybe, besides Secret Wars 0, there's like maybe, I want to say 1, 2, 6 that maybe have certain significant meaning. Not saying all of them don't have significant meaning, but other than that, just mainly who battles who, and it's fighting, all that type of stuff. The first one we're gonna say Secret Wars number 1. Alex Ross art. Hopefully you guys can see that. This is the premiere issue of a 9-issue series. It started off, and if you bought these at the beginning, it started off like 1 of 8, because the story ended up going so long to where they had to put another issue on it to actually wrap the story up. So if you have these, it's gonna say 1 of 8, not 1 of 9. I don't think it becomes of 9 until issue maybe 6 or 7. They like finally like, okay, we can't wrap this up in this, so we got to at least throw one more out there, or it could have been a cash grab, guys. Who knows, right? But this also an incursion. What happens is it's an incursion on Marvel 616 universe. This is what sets stuff into motion and gets it where it's in play and stuff happens. So that's what makes Kang important. Now that we kind of see what's going on, that's what makes Kang important. Like, you see that he's a time traveling villain. He has several different variants or doppelgangers of himself that are able to rule other time periods in history in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is what they've been building up to. This is why he's important for Secret Wars. Now, I feel like with this, guys, they're going to do kind of like the same thing they did with Thanos, where Kang Dynasty is first and Secret Wars is it. So Kang Dynasty, I feel like that's going to be when they build up Kang, kind of like they did with Thanos in the first, in Infinity. And then Endgame is when they finally figure out a way how to at least neutralize him or defeat him. I feel like that's going to be the blueprint for it. But until then, I think Kang is going to be the next Thanos. He's going to be the big baddie that you're going to see for a while. Get used to him. You got introduced to a variant of him in Loki, so... Alright, moving on. We're going to keep it going. Secret Wars number 2. This is another important issue. This is the first appearance of God Emperor Doom. Hopefully you guys can see that. The first appearance of Bar Sinister. This issue is important because it's the first appearance of God Emperor Doom, which is another variant of Doctor Doom, being the fact that we're going to have incursions and you're going to have different people jumping in different realms to fight each other. You're going to experience different versions of certain characters. So you might experience Ramatut, you might experience Immortus, Kang the regular Kang the Conqueror, Scarlet Centurion. Like, it's so many ways they can go with this, and you don't know which Doctor Doom you're gonna get, but you know you're gonna get Doctor Doom. That's the issue. Also, if you should spec on it. So already so far you see 0, 1, and 2 are important issues of this. Now this is Secret Wars Volume 3. I want to say it's 2015. All right. And then you see as I go on, got other issues of it. And notice, guys, with the copies, you see like the Fantastic Four, you see Miles Morales, you see Black Panther, you see who else is on there? You see Thanos again. You see Star-Lord. You see quite a few characters. That's the point where I'm like, anybody can be brought back at this point. So Thanos can be brought back at this point because he has ties to the internal series. So you may think they're done with them, or they may have killed off that version in Endgame, but they can bring him back in a different version in this one. Like, it can be worse than the one they had to kill off, alright? But I mean, just pay attention to like the copies and the covers, right? Look at that. Look at that God Emperor Doom just sitting on there. That's just lovely, man. That's lovely. These all came out in 2015, and I happened to buy them because I like Alex Ross art. And I read it was a good story. I was like, oh, okay, you know, this wouldn't be a bad version. You know, I kind of prefer the other Secret Wars to this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I feel like older is classic, but they did do well with this storyline. Like I'm not gonna say they didn't, and just the characters that was introduced, and then characters you know that's gonna be put that could be potentially put back into play, or new characters that we haven't been introduced to yet. It just speaks volumes, guys. It speaks volumes because you know, and then just like looking at majority of these covers, you see Doctor Doom on the covers. So that lets you know that God Emperor Doom is going to be one of the most important characters, or at least he's one of the most important characters in this comic series so far. They could do different with the movie. They can make it just evolve around Kang, or they could throw God Emperor Doom in that. They can make God Emperor Doom have to fight the Fantastic Four or something that you don't know. You really don't know, and that's the thing with speculation. And I would say be caution, like take precautions with it. Make sure you kind of do your research and get what you want to get or you're willing to deal with if it doesn't pan out right in the investment. There's always risk on it, but I mean, I already bought the comic, so I'm just you know. So I mean, just look at that. Everything you notice is Doom on the cover. Now, number 6. This is another one, and this is important as well. Black Panther wields the Infinity Gauntlet. That Infinity Gauntlet seems to be important and has stuck around for a long time. Even after the first Thanos has been killed, they're still fighting over the Infinity Gauntlet. I kind of feel like they might put more into that story as we're introduced more into Warlock. I feel like that could be a potential way that they might go with that. Because if anybody has read the comics and know Warlock is very important as far as like the Soul Gem. So with the Soul Gem, that's when they visit and they go back and see Gamora, and they may be able to rescue Gamora. Who knows? She may be brought back because they're able to go through with the Soul Gem and bring her back, or they could bring back Black Widow. Because she sacrificed herself for Hawkeye. So I think like any character is in play with this, guys. Like we don't know what direction they're going, but I feel like we're gonna see pure chaos when it comes to Secret Wars, or they're gonna start building it up to where it's chaos, and then it gets to Secret Wars, and that just like that just changes the landscape. Be honest, I don't even know if we'll have Avengers after that, because it's just this is just crazy when it comes to that. But I mean, just like that's number 7. So 7 is when they finally change it to 9. All right. So you still see Doctor Doom on the cover. You got Captain Marvel. Got like a zombie version of Captain America. Star Lord still in there. Hercules or Thor, one of them. Yeah, Thor right there. Hercules down there. It just Black Panther still. It's just with this you can go any direction with any character, and that's what I love about what they're getting ready to do is that characters that may have been killed off, we'll see another version of them. I just get a feeling that we will. And then that's not including what they will eventually build up to when we finally do see Doctor Doom or Galactus. Like it's coming, and it's coming. And then they're just gonna continue to go out further and further because we're gonna get the Fantastic Four movies. I like this cover, by the way. That's your boy Ben Grimm, the Thing. fighting Galactus, like straight punching him. I just, man, I can't wait to see Marvel's version of Galactus. I am waiting for that. We have gotten the Fox version with that giant thunderstorm cloud crap. This, I don't feel like this is gonna be that. And I'm like, thank you, God, because that was horrible. Doctor Doom was horrible with the molten face, but hey, they did what they could, or what they thought they could get over with. Next, and the last one. Cover, you pay attention. It's Mr. Fantastic fighting off Doctor Doom, God Emperor Doom. At the end of the day, I feel like it always will come down to Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four. I just feel like it's always gonna come down to them. They're the yin and the yang of it. Guys, I can't tell you how stoked I am. I think who they got to play Kang and Jonathan Majors is excellent. I love his on-screen acting. He's gonna definitely do Kang justice. Those variants and Ramatut, Scarlet Centurion, the people I named off earlier, if I were you guys, I would get my hands on a few of them. We don't know what versions we're gonna get of him in either Disney Plus shows or movies, because they can spread it around. So we don't know who we're gonna get, but I know we're gonna continue to see Kang a lot. And with that being said, guys, subscribe, comment, like the video. It's Cash Cow. I'm out.